Everyone, welcome back to Automotive Anatomy. Today we have David. David, thank you so much for making the time.
Glad to be here.
As you can see, as you can hear, I already had a little bit of coffee. It kicked in. No, but honestly, it's just talking to you. It's just fun that you know, you've been in the game for such a long time and you still appreciate it so much. So, man, it's gonna be fun. What did you bring us today?
This is a '93 Civic VTI.
Ooh, VTI. I don't think we have those in the States, and I think the steering wheel's on the wrong side of town or the right one. I don't know, depends who you ask. But before we get into this beautiful EG, tell us about yourself, man. When do you remember thinking I like cars, start my hobby?
Probably right before I started driving. Around 15. I had a couple influences. San Fernando Valley is where I grew up.
Okay.
And I had a buddy that had a '91 Civic SI hatchback.
Gotcha.
And it was like, it was amazing to me at the time because I was young and very influential. So influenceable. Yeah.
Gotcha. So automatically Hondas or Japanese or?
I think strictly Hondas has been my thing. I've messed around with a few other cars, but this is what always draws me back in.
You know what? Some would say you have very good taste.
Oh, touche.
Yeah, man. So as you're looking, obviously the EF was big influentially, you know, in your automotive life. What becomes your first car?
My first car, that's kind of a messed up story. I didn't have the patience to wait till I was 16, and I had a
shocker. You're 16 now, making the best decisions.
No, I didn't wait till I was 16. I had a buddy that he talked me into getting a beater at 15, and I hid it up the street from my house, and we would drive it just so we could, my mom didn't know. I hid it up the street from my house. It was a total beater. I was saving up for a CRX, so I had $500, and I spent it on a beater, and I would drive it to and from school and to go skateboarding. And it got impounded within like 3 weeks. Yeah, I got in trouble for skateboarding at my high school, and then I go to get in the car to leave, and the guy's like, "Can I see your license?" I'm like, "I don't have a license." It was gone. Yeah, but after that, I really wanted a CRX still, and I didn't have enough money because of that, and I ended up getting a 1984 four-door Civic. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's not what I wanted, but I put some light speed torsion bars on it. It was so low, you hit a cigarette butt, and you're like,
nice.
It was rough, yeah.
I never heard of that. You hit the car?
Yeah, I had to park it on a hill because it wouldn't start on its own. I had to bump start.
It just keeps getting better.
Yeah. And when I bought it, I didn't even put any thought into like the fact that I didn't know how to drive stick, and I drove it straight home. So the freeway ride home was pretty rough.
What?
Yeah, I didn't put much thought into things when I was younger, but thankfully that's changing as I get older.
Well, you're driving EG, so I don't think you're still thinking. Just kidding.
No,
just kidding.
Hey,
I got you again, yeah. Gets in the car and leaves. Gotcha. Okay, cool. So after all those years, man, I mean, you look like you're 20, so like, you know, not too long ago. How do we stumble upon this EG?
This one was not planned out. I was actually working on an EF, and I was getting close to like getting it to where I wanted it. And I was pouring so much money into it, I kind of wanted something a little bit more special. And then I ended up coming across this, and it was a non-running car.
Okay.
It wasn't in this shape. Not that it's at its like finish point by any means, but it was blue tagged. So me being the age that I am, I was like, I would like something that's California registered and legal to drive on the streets. So I was like, I would prefer to put my money into something like this. It's a better starting point.
That's so smart. Yeah.
So yeah, that's what got me back into this.
One less thing to worry about.
Yeah.
Where did you pick it up, you said?
This was in the San Fernando Valley. Facebook Marketplace. I found it.
You're bored, and
I actually picked up another shell. It was blue tagged also, and it was a EK. It was right hand drive. I got it from EF Chris, or EF Chris sold it to somebody that changed his mind about it. I picked that up, and I was looking for motors. I was a donor car. I was looking for a donor car to take apart to put that car together, and then I came across this, and I just changed my plans completely. So
you can't argue against the EG, man. It's just so pretty. So pretty.
Hey, I like it.
So when you pick it up, what was the vision for it?
At first I was like, oh, just leave it gutted and get some race seats, but I don't know if that's gonna be like the way it's gonna go. Just because comfort wise. Now I'm like back and forth. I've been piecing together the interior. I changed a bunch of stuff. I think I'm headed more towards like the comfort.
The OEM.
Yeah.
All like any dude over the age of 35 is not in their head like get smart. Everybody else is like, nah, bro, got it. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. I think it's to be, you know, challenging to piece everything back together. To
Tell me
keep
about it. Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Especially, you know, well, it seems like the front, it's there. Well, never mind. You're missing carpet. Yeah. Have fun with that.
Yeah. I mean, I found the front seats already. I found the rear seats. I got almost all the Japanese stuff that I needed. I got the last few pieces yesterday. I got the steering wheel. I'm doing it backwards.
I told you, nothing beats a gutted Honda, man. Just like the way it sounds and all the rocks hitting. I know it's not like for commuting, you know? We understand that. But it's just so fun. And the fact that it's blue tag, that gives you that peace of mind.
That was a big thing for me. I know it's not for a lot of people, but it kind of was for me.
Oh no, it's a huge deal, man. Like that's one less stress that you have to worry about when driving this car.
That's my new mystery noise right there. You hear it? It only does it sometimes.
I'm sure someone's gonna be like, oh, I know exactly what it is.
God, I hope so.
We've all been there.
I went to a meet on Friday and I had like 2 guys under my car trying to figure it out. I'm like, no, go for a ride with me. They're like, all right.
Yeah, we'll go straight. The roads are less bad than going left or right. I mean, yeah, it's loud, but overall the car it's comfortable. The car is not super slammed. Comfortable. It is comfortable. As I'm bouncing.
Yeah. I like it. It's good.
I mean, you know what you're getting yourself into. The car is low, beefy tire setup.
Yeah.
You know, that's what we want. It was built for a purpose, and it was not to be not to go have dinner or be drinking hot coffee.
It was built for fun, and that's pretty much what it is. So,
have you taken it to the canyons?
Not yet.
Yeah.
I'm not confident enough with it yet. Like, it feels like I'm still like ironing out all the issues.
Okay.
So, not yet.
I just love the fact that the feeling of being in this car is so different. Like, you know, regular cars pass by. Yeah, they're comfortable listening to the stereo, but you have to be like paying attention while you're driving, the potholes. It's a whole experience.
That's true. It's very immersive.
It feels really light as well. The power plant that you have, Cherry.
But all those videos I watch of yours, you're always talking about K is the way. What happened? Changing your...
No. I said it's good. I never said the way. I never said B's the way. Come on now. Especially we are, you know, it's 2024 and we're still stuck in this golden era Hondas. It's fun. I think that's the hunt though, right? Like that's the piece of it where it's fun to. So I'm assuming the cage is gonna be bye-bye soon.
No, I think I'm gonna Dremel out the new quarter panel pieces that I got and destroyed.
So we're not ready to go back to full comfort.
I'm not ready yet. I might take it out, but
I love the cage, dude.
Listen, I got into an accident last year in my truck, and it was no joke. And like driving around this thing is sketchy as hell. I stopped riding motorcycles. Like the cage, I don't know if it'll really help, but it makes me feel a little better.
With age comes the cage, right? And
with age comes the cage.
Yeah. But people drove like that in the 90s, so it's fine. Except they weren't like freaking Tesla trucks driving 100. Anyways, yes, I know, I get you. It's scary to drive these golden Honda cars. Only negative side to it, I guess. But anyways, let's talk about more positive things.
Okay.
The outside of the car, what have we done to it under your ownership?
Under my ownership, just like really plain stuff. Like when I got it, the hood was off a different car. It was black. It was messed up. And I searched for a white hood, and I was gonna have it resprayed, but I opted to just have it fixed and painted.
Okay.
I destroyed the lip under my ownership.
Hitting that VTEC every red light, huh?
Yeah, that's what I was doing. And I bought like a few things like fenders and a bumper cover that aren't on yet. Under my ownership, I replaced like the steering wheel, the seats, and the rest, the wheels are mine. The Type X's are from a different build. These I just picked up as spares.
So tell us about the wheels. I know because you're rocking 2 different wheels. So let's go with the front ones. What are they and what are the specs?
So yeah, these are Advans and they're 15.8 plus 35.
Nice.
And they're on 205/50s.
Nice.
Falcons, Azenas, and the rears are, what are these? These are 15.7s. That's a square set. I have 15.7 and they're plus 42. And they're also on 205s, but they're on Yokohamas.
Wow. It looks so nice, dude. I was telling you off camera, I love these wheels. They've come around. I used to not really love them. Now I really do. And I think it looks so great with the letter, the tire lettering. I like it. I personally like it a lot.
Yeah, but the majority of the stuff that I've done to the car is trying to get it running and running right. And I've had a lot of issues.
Well, you had an EF, right?
Yeah.
That was the last car thing before this one that you got rid of.
Yes.
So that one was running okay?
Yes.
And you got bored of that. You wanted something that wasn't reliable.
No, I wasn't bored. I wasn't bored. And I do love EFs. I have to say, like, CRXs and EFs are like my thing. But I mean, I'm working on this now.
Any suspension changes?
No, it came with new BCs, and
oh, nice.
I mean, everything's brand new. Like from fuel lines to every suspension piece.
Wow.
To all the bushings. So, yeah, thankfully I don't have to purchase those. It also came with the Mini Cooper rotors and the ITR calipers, which is pretty awesome.
It kind of sucks though, because then you gotta be mindful about your spec in the wheels, right? Because those calipers are much bigger.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it stops on a dime.
Yeah, it's alright. Having my issues.
Okay. That looks great, man. I really like the raw look. I told you, like, it just looks aggressive. Yeah, very clean. But it seems like for you want to go more OEM spec, which is good.
Okay. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with simple.
Are you thinking about respraying the car?
Maybe pieces of it, not the whole thing. Like the front end pieces I got, obviously those are going to need to be painted. But I don't want to do a color change or anything like that, and I don't want to get like, I don't want to put too much money into it in the wrong places.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
I'm about to say too late, and
yeah, no, just in the wrong place. Like, I don't want to overdo it, and it's really just like, it's not a commuter vehicle. It's kind of like a passion project. It's it's a toy. It's like, it's not meant for. I don't want to overdo it.
We're all for that, you know. Very nice mirrors, which they're fun until you have to use them.
Yeah, those are cool. They look cool. They're just a pain to adjust every time.
Yeah. All right. You don't mind opening up the car, see what we got going on? So good, dude. Such a nice car.
I don't care, man.
Take that junk off right there. Interior, man. You said it was good by the time you got it, right?
Yeah, it came with mixed matched interior.
Okay.
I just started trying to find the pieces that it originally came with, and this is as far as I got. I mean, I have the backs, and I told you I got most of the pieces now, but it's gonna be a minute till I put them in.
It looks really clean though. Whoever gutted it, like, did you clean the entire hatch?
Like the inside of it? Yeah, I did, but I mean, the previous owner sprayed it.
Yeah, because it looks really clean.
Yeah.
It looks really nice. I'm sure it's a little loud.
Yeah, it's loud.
Yeah, it's loud. But it's cool. I like it. So, I guess plans for the interior is to put everything back in.
Yeah, I mean, for now, that's the direction I'm going. But I mean, since I have like the complete interior now, I could always just sell it and go a different direction, I suppose.
Well, I like it. Shifting assembly, what do you have?
What is that? That actually came with the car. I think
Oh,
this is a
okay.
hybrid racing.
Oh, okay. Came with the car?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
These
I
came
really
with
like
the
these
car.
seats, man. They look comfortable.
Yeah, not as comfortable as you think.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
But I mean compared to like a modern car.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should know K is a way.
Okay. Okay.
I love how you're mature enough to say, I don't argue with people.
Something about bridges today, right?
They're all closed. It is good. Not loud.
Not loud? Or what?
What? Man. I personally like it though. Like, obviously I wouldn't want to commute in this. Or maybe once a week.
That's what it is.
But I love the raw, like, it has a purpose.
The purpose is to put a smile on your face, I guess. That's about it.
It does for me at least. I don't know.
Yeah, it does for me too. Gotta admit.
You can do a U-turn whenever you feel.
Okay.
It's the safest. Only right-hand drive makes things different. This is not your first right-hand drive car, right?
It is not my first right.
Okay. You definitely got the golden of the bunch, EGs, EG6.
Yeah, bro, it's so smooth.
I can't even talk. It's that smooth. I was falling
It's so
asleep.
smooth. It's so quiet in here. Your pin drop.
Well, let's see the power plant if you don't mind. Interesting that you decided to go with the K series, you know, since you're putting it back to OEM.
No, I'm an old guy. This B series is what was cool when I was a kid. I gotta stay with that.
So you went with the H2B?
No.
No? Jesus. Woo. Oh man. You said something about not putting the money in the wrong places. I can see what you mean. Oh man. What are we staring at?
It's a USDM GSR. Very simple, nothing fancy about it.
I'm assuming, you know, obviously you don't know all the details, but do you feel like it's stock? Do you think there's
Like internals?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's a stock GSR.
okay?
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you feel like the car's a little bit more, you know, responsive, and you know, maybe something was built. Jesus. So you haven't done anything to the engine bay yourself, have you?
No, none
Okay.
of the fancy stuff. The only engine stuff I've done was try to fix all the issues it was having.
It was just running rough.
So I mean, when I originally bought it, the guy told me that he's like, yeah, it's it's just gonna need to get tuned, and I knew that it's probably gonna have more than that. But I took it to go get tuned, and when I got it on the dyno, it overheated.
Oh.
So it ended up in getting towed home. And then I had the head gasket I had to redo, and then I had the head resurfaced. I replaced all, the manifold gasket as well, and then it ran good for like a day, and then it started misfiring.
Oh, fun.
So it turns out I had the wrong fuel filter on there. They had a fuel filter for a carbureted car, so I changed that. That was relatively inexpensive. It was under $200. I put that on, and then I had the injectors cleaned, and it ran good for like a couple days. And then it started misfiring even worse. And I was like, well, what else could it be? The fuel lines are new. So I changed the gas tank. I just did it in my driveway. And ever since I changed the gas tank and then I had the injectors cleaned one more time, it's running fine.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, that's just the beginning of it. There's all kinds of little fires I've been putting out.
Well, when you go, obviously the bay itself has been taken care of, and then we delete the boosters, we relocate some other stuff. You're gonna run into issues like this, someone
Seriously,
else's.
speaking of which, Willwood, what are you guys doing? Brand new booster leaking like that. That's why I have everything taped off.
Is that right?
Yeah, I was reading up on that. There's a couple maybe things I could try to fix it before I replace it, but you know that stuff is corrosive.
Oh yeah,
The
it
brick-
messes. Yeah, it messes your.
Yeah, it'll eat through your paint, and it started to in a couple spots. So
That's unfortunate.
yeah, so I'm definitely gonna get that fixed before I get that touched up.
Mm-hmm. But overall, the car is really clean, man.
Thank you.
I mean, the tug radiator, the lines for the coolant. I mean, it's super clean. Are you planning on doing anything crazy in the engine yourself, or the engine bay?
No, not really. I mean, I want to do all the work that I can, like myself, but anything that like requires a lift or like a experience of a mechanic, like a real mechanic, I'm not gonna do.
Okay.
But engine bay, like, I mean, I could say that I don't want to do anything else, but you know how it is.
Just drive it. It's
You
great,
always
dude.
you always find something that you want, so it's like.
It's great. I personally love the way it is. But my buddy once told me, he's like, yeah, you know, tug engine bays, when you have an issue, to source the issue becomes a problem. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
What kind of header is this? Do you know?
That was listed as a premium header. You know, I don't know the name brand. I asked the previous owner, he didn't know either.
Looks good.
Thank you. Yeah, I like it.
Hangs a little low. You can't go too low.
No.
Oh, it just gives it a nice raw look. Man, there's so much space here. Almost like the engine just floating. I love it. And it's matching transmission, you said, right?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, I actually had someone will come up to me at a car meet. It was this girl. She's like, "Does this thing even run?" It looks like it's missing
Yeah.
everything. Yeah, bro.
Honestly, I would think the same thing. It's like, where's the battery? Where's all this stuff, you know?
It's under the bumper.
Nice. So tucked in nicely. Wow. Good. I love the engine bay. It's so clean.
Thank you, thank you.
I like it, man.
Thank you.
It just wants to go, man. The power is there.
It just doesn't want to stop.
It doesn't want to stop. But yeah, I mean, overall, I get it, man. It wakes you up in the morning, I'm assuming. Right? If you're sleepy, you're like,
Not for long.
not for long. I'm not in a comfortable car. But I like it a lot, man. I think if you put it back to OEM, it will give you a different feeling. But from what you have right now, just being gutted, I dig it.
Thanks. Yeah, man, I don't know. We'll see. That's just the direction it's going right now. It's very much a toy, so I'm just playing with it.
Yeah. As long as the car runs healthy,
Tell me about it. That's like the main thing.
put you to the fire.
I just want it to be a strong, good running car.
Well, if you keep coming out to the meets, you'll keep inspiring more people, you know?
Well, it's not even that. It's a tremendous resource. Like the help that I get from the people at the meets is unreal. Sourcing parts, troubleshooting things, like it's invaluable, man.
Yeah. David, thank you for making the time for us, man. Super cool car. I like the fact that, you know, you're in your mid 40s or mid 30s, mid 20s, and you're still, you know, messing with these 90s, 80s Hondas, dude. It's what it's all about. Keeping the car culture alive, and it's fun. I mean, that's all I can say, man. So thank you for making the time for us. Any shout outs?
Well, thank you first of all, and I'm glad there's other people that appreciate it. It's amazing that this is still around. Like, it's cool.
Yeah.
Shout outs, yeah. My daughter Kayla. Love you, Kayla. And anyone else that's ever helped me with fixing or finding parts for the car, for sure. And all the people that I've met along the way, especially the few that have passed away, and the ones that are still around.
Okay.
Appreciate all of you.
Well, yeah, man. I think it's I'm glad that people like you are still around, because, you know, we get to hear stories from the way it used to be to now the way it is, and it's fun. It's fun that, you know, we're still messing with this, because it motivates me to hopefully, you know, be 50 and still be messing with these cars. It's just fun, you know, like, it's doable. I don't know if parts will be available. That's the only, I guess, challenge that we're having. Parts are deteriorating and they're breaking and they're missing, and it's getting difficult and harder to build these cars. But I think that's also part of the challenge, to know that you're not just gonna go buy a cookie cutter G35 and put some wrap and that's it. No, this requires a lot of labor of love. So